So one more team to talk about. Not as much good to go around for the New England Patriots. Haven't been able to say, we couldn't say that for like 2 decades, and now we really get to say it all the time. And we rub it in to our Boston friends, right? Because they've had a good life for a long time. Bruins have been good here for a while.
The
Red Sox were good.
Right.
It's just like they need to have this downtime. Humble them. The offense around Drake Maye. So that's Ted J. Rowland's question. What is the ceiling for the Patriots this season? 2 quarterbacks in the draft with other much-needed offensive players seems good, but I don't hear many analysts raving about New England's picks here. So, like, overall, I think, like, offensive ceiling for them, because they've just had so little in the way of offensive talent the last couple of years here.
That's where I like the Jalen Polk, right? He's a lesser version of our Rome Odunze. Right, but what I mean by that is that, maybe not quite as physically gifted, but NFL-ready day one receiver, right? That's where I think that's a great pick and can do it all. And, it might not be superstar wow plays and all of that, but there's going to be great route running. He's got good size, right? And there's no glaring spot to his game where you go, oh, he can't do that. He can do it all. I think the good thing with them is they got a little bit of like, at receiver, a little bit of everything, right? I don't look at it to go, oh, wait, there's one guy there that I go, oh, wow, that's scary. But by committee, when you take on, like, hey, Kendrick Bourne, I mean, solid, good NFL wide receiver. Jalen Polk, like we talked about. Juju Smith-Schuster. Tyquan Thornton, of course, does have speed, and there's talent there, right? The KJ Osborne trade, definitely one of the 3 best players on their receiving or on their roster at receiver, right? Can a Keyshawn, Boutte from LSU 2 years ago in the draft, we talked about him a lot. Can he pop up, right? I think that's the big thing. They got Javon Baker. A lot of people thought he would be drafted higher than that. Right? So there's a lot there that they have some potential to work with. Now, does it blow you out of the water and you go, oh, wow, they're scary? No. But you go, damn, they're all kind of good. There's a lot of good there, right? I think that tight end, not bad. O-line, I think that's really the big question. How good can the O-line be? And can the O-line be good enough that it can, protect Jacoby Brissett or Drake Maye when it's all said and done? But to me, well, go ahead.
It's not usually a good sign when you draft a 3rd-round tackle and he's penciled in to be a starter at left tackle in Caden Wallace. Nothing against Caden Wallace,
from Penn State,
right? But wasn't even their best offensive lineman.
No, exactly right. But I think that speaks to kind of where they are as a football team right now. That's definitely an issue for them. The other thing I was going to add on, I think the other burning question is, how competitive to me does this quarterback thing become? Right? Jacoby Brissett is big, and he can stand in there and throw the ball, and he knows how to play quarterback, and he's been in the NFL. This is not something where I look at and just go, oh, Drake Maye will be given this here. In fact, I feel like it's really – they had to say there's a competition because he was the number 3 pick, but I think in their heart of hearts they know that Jacoby Brissett will win this and that they want Drake Maye to sit for the year. That's what I would want. Definitely. I don't think they're – and then, 2, is their offensive line good enough to even put him in a support system and make him feel good to where he can grow, right? So those would be the questions you have about that.
So this would be my question with Drake Maye. And you've said that. It's like he's a guy that has to sit. A guy who has to sit. It's not the number 3 pick in the draft.
Right.
And you've made that clear, and I think that makes a whole lot of sense. But you can also look at it the other way. And like a guy like Trey Lance, right? He just had a long way to go.
Yeah.
But it's just like, the only way he's going to get there is by playing, too.
Yeah.
And like the Patriots don't have super high expectations next year. So
why not throw him out?
Yeah, what's the balance between putting a guy out there and letting him learn on the job and getting that great experience to like protecting him and keeping him behind the scenes?
What I would worry, like you want to make sure the team and the offense is a good enough spot to give your guy some positivity, some things that are going to be like, hey, they're going to work out good. Not every week's going to be great, but we're in a spot where we feel like we can succeed and we can game plan around this young quarterback and still make him feel like, hey, you're going in the right direction. You're the future of all that.
Right.
Instead of the Zach Wilson situation, let's just say.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's just like, man, we're not really good, but we drafted you this high, and we can't protect you. We got nobody to throw to. We can't run the ball, right? And, oh, shit, it's just one disaster after another, and slowly but surely we're ruining you, and now the media's jumping on, and the fans are jumping on, and that's what you worry about, that it gets to a point of, like, the guy's swimming so much, all of a sudden now he's forgetting about footwork. He's forgetting about mechanics. Damn, he's not even reading the play right because he's feeling and seeing ghosts and feeling the pressure from everybody. Yeah. That would be the negative.
In ways, it probably happened to Mac Jones, their last quarterback they took in the first round.
It did a little bit.
You know,
it was weird. It happened. It happened in year 2, which is weird, right?
Yeah.
But because of what they did there, and he slowly but surely crumbled. And I don't blame him because it's tough to succeed in the environment he was. But I think that's the big thing is you want him to play. Your point, you know me, I'm a guy that's play the guy. He's got to get out there. That's the most important thing. But you want it to be out there where, okay, he's not getting killed every week and he can have some success and there's some things that we can grow with and get better with instead of just like, oh man, every week is just he's getting killed, he's throwing interceptions, it's bad, and he's going to go into the offseason like, can I play in this league? I don't even know. Am I good enough to play? Right? That's what you got to worry about.
So for the good of him, he should not play this year. For the good of our podcast, he probably should. Like, you know what I mean? Like that. We're looking at if we want good things for us on this podcast, no, we're never rooting against anyone. Chris has made that clear.
Hey, but back to the Patriots too.
Oh, what? Wow.
Just back there.
We're going back. I thought I closed the book. I know. Okay. One more thing. I think we still maybe have it.
Brought to you by Colombo and Peacock, the never-ending contract.
Scramble to get that together.
There's no questions on that damn defense. There he is. There's our guy.
Yeah.
There's no questions on D. I mean, they're D. When you look at the Patriots, I mean, when you just get into like corner, right, secondary play overall, D tackle, right? They just gave Christian Barrymore some money, right, which they should have. I mean, Barrymore, I feel bad for. He'd be one of the best defensive tackles in football. He's got a knee condition that is going to, like, he can't practice and he can only play, right? But you talk
the best. That's the best knee condition to ever have.
Keon White, I know.
Sorry, can't practice.
I know, right? Keon White, how good he looked last year, right? Devon Godshaw is still a damn good player.
Love Matthew Judon from GVSU.
Exactly. Judon was hurt last year. He's back, right? So that to me is where we got back into it. That O-line, the quarterback thing, and can they run the ball, right? Can they do that? It's that to me was the big thing. Because the last thing with the Patriots is, out of all the people they have on offense, like Ramondre Stevenson seems like the scariest guy, at least to me. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
He's the scariest guy. Now, just like, I don't think you want him to be the scariest guy. Somebody at the receiver position has to jump into that conversation. Mm-hmm. And who's that going to be? That's all I got to say.
That was One More Thing, brought to you by Colombo, streaming on Peacock. Every season.
Yeah.
Every season exclusively on Peacock.
What? Yo, what's up? Thanks for watching, homies. You know it's the off-season, but there's no off-season with Chris Simms Unbuttoned. It's the NFL. It goes all year around, all right? So hit subscribe, please, to hear my thoughts on your favorite team, your favorite quarterback, and, hey, how this season might unfold as we get ready for the 2024 season. We got a better picture, clearer look now that the draft is over, free agency. We know who's playing quarterback for certain teams. So, again, thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe. Peace out, homies. Check you out soon.